In that time the Lord said to me, Hew thou 2 tables of stone to thee, as the former were, and go thou up to me into the hill, and thou shalt make an ark, either a coffer of wood, and I shall write in the tables the words that were in these tables which thou breakest before, and thou shalt put those tables into the ark. Therefore I made an ark of the wood of shittim, and when I had hewn the 2 tables of stone, at the likeness of the former tables, I went up into the hill, and I had the tables in mine hands, and he wrote in the tables by the hill that he had written before, the 10 words which the Lord spake to you in the hill, from the midst of the fire, when the people was gathered. And the Lord gave the tables to me, and I turned again from the hill, and came down, and I put the tables into the ark that I had made, which tables be there hitherto, as the Lord commanded to me. And the sons of Israel moved their tents from Beeroth of the sons of Jachin into Mosera, where Aaron was dead and buried, for whom his son Eleazar was set in priesthood. From thence they came into Gudgodah, from which place they went forth and setted tents in Jotbathah, in the land of waters and of strands. In that time I separated the lineage of Levi, that it should bear the ark of the bond of peace of the Lord, and it should stand before him in service, and should bless in his name into this present day, for which thing Levi had no part, neither possession with his brethren. For the Lord himself is his possession, as thy Lord God promised to him. And I stood in the hill as I did before, 40 days and 40 nights. And the Lord heard me also in this time, and he would not lose thee. And he said to me, Go thou, and go before this people, that it enter, and wield the land which I swore to their fathers, that I should give to them. And now, Israel, what asketh thy Lord God of thee, but that thou dread thy Lord, and go in his ways, and that thou love him, and serve thy Lord God in all thine heart, and in all thy soul, and that thou keep the commandments of thy Lord God, and the ceremonies of him, which I command to thee today, that it be well to thee. Lo, heaven is of thy Lord God, and heaven of heaven, the earth and all things that be therein be his. And nevertheless, the Lord was joined to thy fathers, and he loved them, and he chose their seed after them, and you of all folks, as it is proved today. Therefore circumcise ye the prepuce, that is the uncleanness of your heart, and no more make ye hard your knoll. For your Lord God himself is God of gods, and Lord of lords, a great God, and mighty and fearful, which taketh not a person, neither gifts, but justly he deemeth rich and poor. He maketh doom to the fatherless and motherless, and to the widow. He loveth a pilgrim, and giveth to him life load and clothing. And therefore love ye pilgrims, for also ye were comlings in the land of Egypt. Thou shalt dread thy Lord God, and thou shalt serve him alone, and thou shalt cleave to him, and thou shalt swear in his name. He is thy praising, and thy God, that made to thee these great works and fearful, which thine eyes have seen. And 70 men thy fathers went down into Egypt, and lo, now thy Lord God hath multiplied thee as the stars of heaven.